Okay, everybody, I am so excited today because I am joined by Sean Gunn, aka GI Robot and Weasel, and Zoë Chao, aka Nina in Creature Commandos, which comes out December 5th on Max. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Hey,
Oh man, I absolutely love the show. I'm so excited for people to see it. And Sean, it's interesting with you doing two voices in this, but again, you bring this humanity and charm to Weasel. Do you have any rituals that get you in like the Weasel headspace?
Oh gosh. When I first researched Weasel before doing Suicide Squad, I watched some YouTube videos of weasels and listen to them squeak and make little noises. And and so somewhere I found that voice and then, James had always described Weasel to me as like a big dog. So I kind of try to find the emotional center of great dogs that I've known because we have all known a bunch of great dogs in our lifetime, right? So he's just like just the whole emotional gamut that you find in your in some of your favorite dogs. I think live in Weasel.
Oh, I love that answer, and I definitely see that. And it's cool seeing him in animation, and his eyes really like pop in the animation. It's something. And Zoe, people are going to love Nina. She's so easy to root for. And I was wondering, was there any other characters from TV or film you kind of studied to find the voice vibe for her?
you know, um, what's one of the lucky things about working on a James Gunn project is it's all in the text. I mean, we got these seven scripts and I just reread them right away, which is something that never happens. But no, I also kind of identify with her. She is a very open, trusting, loving person, despite having a traumatic background. I'm not saying I have had a traumatic background, but I love to connect with other people, and she is with a motley crew of monsters, but she still finds a way to connect with Bride and with GI Robot, and they have these beautiful, unexpected friendships. And but I think Nina's actually quite close. There are other projects that I've done where the character feels further away, and I have to do a little bit more transforming. But with Nina, I kept it kind of close.
Okay, and it's interesting you just mentioned too that connection she has to Bride and also to GI Robot, which Sean does as well. So, did you guys build a bond beforehand? Did you guys record together at the same time? How did that go?
No, we Zoe and I didn't meet until New York Comic Con a couple weeks ago. But but I did have her. Um, we got to a point in the process where I was able to hear her vocals when I was recording. I know that some of the actors in the series were able to record together some of the longer scenes and I Zoe and Dira I think recorded together and a few others, but I was kind of flying solo in the booth. You
Oh
know,
no, I mean you wouldn't know it
yeah.
that you guys just met recently because it comes off like you guys know each other forever. So it's really impressive. And Zoe, I'm wondering too, I love how her voice sounds of Nina and in the helmet, but when did you actually hear that version of it? Were you hearing it while you were recording it or later on?
Later on, I heard it when I screened the four episodes, and was delighted. I mean, I'm new to the world of adult animation, to the DC universe, to comics in general, and um, it's cool. I've been missing out. Turns out I've been snoozing. Yeah, but it's really, she's so neat because she wears, her lungs are on the outside of her body. She wears a water suit and a little water
Oh, hell yeah. There's the
helmet.
Funko.
Yeah. And so her whole look is a real vibe. But I'm so glad. There were moments that they had me do some lines underwater. So I would chug my water bottle and then try to talk through the water and then just get really, really wet. Um,
Oh, wow.
and it was cool to hear what they did with the helmet in
So
post.
yeah, full method. I like it. I like it a lot. That's cool. No, it's really cool. And Sean with GI Robot, he has some amazing action in this show. I think it's people are just gonna go crazy for it. So could you see a live action version of him, or would that be kind of too hard to pull off, you think?
For I think
Yeah.
no, you could certainly do. I mean, he would have to be a CGI character, but you could certainly bring him into live action universe. I would love to do it. Anything to kill a few more Nazis, I'd be up for, to be honest.
So we couldn't put you in a tin suit though?
I don't think that I don't think that would be the way that you would shoot that for GI, though. I would certainly be up for it if they wanted to try to experiment with that.
Yeah, no, for sure. That would be awesome. I would love to see that. And Zoe, you mentioned like you're dipping your feet in the first time into the superhero and comics and stuff. Have you found a favorite DC character of yours that's not Nina?
Oh man, I mean, I kind of fell in love with each creature commando, honestly. And when you learn about their origin stories, you feel for them. And they're all so distinct too, that yeah, I dig them all.
No, yeah, and these are really exciting and new to a lot of people, these characters. So I think that's what's really fresh about it too. And Sean, having said that, this is the first DCU project. So are you feeling a different type of pressure for this to succeed than anything you've ever worked on?
No, I wouldn't say that I feel pressure about it, but I'm certainly I'm very eager to share it with an audience because um, I feel strongly that it's really really good, and I just think it's a cool thing. I mean, one of the great things about the DCU is yes, it's the first project, but it can also easily stand alone. So you
Mm.
don't have to you don't have to watch anything that came before it to love it. You don't have to watch anything that comes after it to love it. Uh, there'll still be awesome Easter eggs and stuff that fans of everything will move forward and love to see, and characters that they may recognize in the background, and all sorts of fun stuff like that. But you don't need that stuff. You can just enjoy the story and watch it. And I'm pretty passionate that it's a really good piece of whatever word you want to use, but it's a cool show, and I think a lot of people will really like it and find it something truly different.
Yeah, and I like you mentioned that like you could watch it on its own and still enjoy it, not worry about like other required stuff. Like I feel like every type of fan, there's something there in it, and it is great. And Zoe, it's exciting for you this year because you were on Variety's top 10 actors to watch. So does that give you a huge confidence boost going forward now?
You know, I would love to feel confident one day in this life. I don't know if I will ever achieve that, but I guess it's a very a, an affirming um gesture, and I am very I feel very lucky to be acknowledged, to have work that's being acknowledged. But I'm really freaking pumped about Creature Commandos because as I said, like this it's also just really fun to work on a James Gunn project and to meet all the players, all his group of yeah, playmates and troublemakers. And so yeah, I just lucky to be here.
Yeah, and you're a Funko Pop now, which has got to be
I know,
exciting.
it's just so cool. She's so cool. Look at her. I
That's
think
It's
gonna be a
great.
popular one too. People are
uh
gonna love that one.
oh my gosh,
It's
she's so
so cool.
cool.
It's so different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
You're
love it. And Sean, my last question was, when you are doing the voice acting and your brother is directing you, do you have to wear a different hat like that you're just coworkers when you guys work together, or are you still brothers the whole time in your head?
Oh gosh. I think it's about 50-50. I mean, we're always brothers, like there's nothing that's going to stop us from being brothers. I think we're pretty good though about leaving that, work is work. We both like to have fun, but we also are both pretty, we're pretty focused on doing the job. So, it's always the thing that's most notable to me about working with James is that we've been working together so long that we have a shorthand for communicating with one another that is very easy for me to slip into. I have a very good sense for when he's happy with what he's hearing or where it could be a little bit better. And I think he would say the same about me, that we really trust each other's instincts in terms of what's going to get the job done. And we kind of, it's very collaborative.
No,
I
yeah.
love working with him. He's great.
That's amazing. And I love hearing that gives hope for just like siblings to work together well. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining me. Everybody check out Sean and Zoë Crush It and Creature Commandos on Max December 5th. I really appreciate it. Hope to talk to you in the future.
Thank you.
Thank
Appreciate it, Steve.
you.
Thanks, guys.